OMG, welcome back to the channel. So excited you are here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. It's Jodi Dunn, and we are going to be working on my master bathroom today, and I am so darn excited about it because as you can see, it is just extremely plain and boring. I have no decorations up or anything. So I'm so excited to do a little makeover on this bathroom. My bedroom is actually my favorite place in the whole house. I love it so much. And then I walk in my bathroom and it's just totally plain and it doesn't bring me a ton of joy. So I'm going to make it so it brings me a ton of joy. And of course, one of the cats snuck in here right as I was filming. So there you go. You get a little sneak peek of one of the cats. Not sure where Tom is. All right, so the first thing I want to work on, it is a little echoey in here because I don't have any decorations or anything on the wall, is the closet. I want to just do something fun with my closet. If you caught my bathroom declutter video, I will link it down in the description box. Man, I did that months ago, and my cabinet has stayed organized for the most part. So thrilled with the way that I organize this. Those Lazy Susans work so fantastic for us. I know some of y'all are going to comment and go, I wish you had the products pointed the outward way. I don't care about stuff like that. So I don't worry about stuff like that. As long as they're organized, I can see all of my products and access them easy and put them away easy. It works great. My husband's works great for him too. He puts everything back up there. So I want to do something fun in this closet. But in order to do that, first I got to pull everything out. Which closet probably needs to be cleaned because I really haven't cleaned in here since, I don't know, months ago. So let's work on that. Little sneak peek back from November when I did my bathroom declutter. This was what my bathroom closet looked like. Like there was no rhyme or reason. Stuff was just everywhere. We couldn't find stuff because there was no organization in here. So I'll leave that video linked down in the description box if you want to see that. If you are new and you just found me, I am so very happy that you are here. Would you please say hello to me and let me know that you are new right down in the comments? I would love to welcome you to the channel and say hello back to you. And if you are already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to another video. I appreciate you. This has been long overdue for me and something I have been really wanting to do. And just giving you a little sneak peek. It's not terrible, but it's definitely a little dusty up here. I don't think I've pulled everything off the shelf in quite a few months and give it a clean. So I decluttered this bathroom back in November of 2021. And then in December, we had the painter come in and she removed the wallpaper from inside here and painted the room. And I have just, so it's been, how many months is that? 7 months. And I haven't taken the time to like put my signature on it or decorate it at all. And it's just been so plain looking. And because I love my bathroom, or my bedroom and the way I decorated it, I have been wanting to get to this for so long. And I'm finally taking the time to do it today. And don't let the camera deceive you. It doesn't look very dirty in here. It's dirty. There's a lot of dust in here, especially on the very bottom of the closet. And this is a shelf where I keep my cleaning supplies, and it looks like some solution spilled out. I think you can see like there's a little ring there. I do not want to take a scrub brush at all or a scrub sponge because, man, I am learning certain types of paint just flake off so easily. I lived in a house full of complete wallpaper for over 10 years. And now I'm like trying to be so careful not to scratch off any of the fresh new paint we have. See, look at how dusty this is, OMG. So I am definitely finding that decorating rooms is my favorite thing. And 2022 is the first year that I have done any decorations in my home. Can you believe that? I just never knew what I was doing. And not that I really know what I'm doing now, but you know what I do? I decorate to make me happy for what I like. I don't go by the trends. I go by what I like and what makes me smile. And this makes me smile. OMG. We pulled off all the wallpaper in our whole house. Every room except for 2 had wallpaper. And guess what I got? I got some dang wallpaper. I got this back in February, and I actually had it in my cart. I bought it from Walmart, had it in my cart for a good 2 months before I even made the decision to buy it. I absolutely love this wallpaper. It's peel and stick. I have never wallpapered anything, so not real wallpaper where you glue it on, or peel and stick. So this is going to be a fantastic learning experience for me. And yes, I am putting the wallpaper inside the closet. I want to make my closet so beautiful that when I open it, it just makes me happy and it just makes me smile. Nobody else is going to see this because this is our master bathroom. This is simply for me. Well, I say nobody else is going to see this, but just me and maybe the few thousand people that watch this video that I invite into my home is going to see this. Nobody else is going to see this. I have found when decorating, again, I don't go by trends. I don't even know what the trends are. I literally have so little knowledge about decorating. I simply decorate for me and what makes my heart happy and what makes me feel good when I walk into a room. I have had so many comments telling me that I did this wrong or that I did that wrong or I hung this picture too high or, whatever it is. And believe me, I've also had way more positive comments, but I don't care if it makes me happy. And I firmly believe that's how we all should decorate. If your space, it makes you feel peaceful and happy when you walk into it, then you decorated it correctly. I don't care what the rules are. You decorated it correctly. If your space does not make you feel like that, then change some things up. And that's kind of what I'm learning. And as I've been going through my house and getting all the decluttering done and getting my rooms just way more peaceful with less clutter, more organization, I'm finding my reward is being able to decorate with an open space and an open mind. And it's really, truly, like I said, become my favorite thing to do. And so I'm so excited about this peel and stick wallpaper. I made a ton of mistakes doing this. A ton of mistakes. There actually, throughout this whole video, was a ton of mistakes made in some of the other areas as well, as you'll see when I come through with the rest of the decorating. But I already knew coming into this that I was going to make mistakes, and that's okay because that's how I learn. So again, nobody's going to see my closet except for me, and I felt like this was a perfect place for me to practice doing some type of wallpaper, and I chose the peel and stick wallpaper. And I got this little wallpaper kit that has a sharp edge razor and that flattening tool. The wood that is in the closet that holds my shelves down, I knew I was going to have to cut around that. And the tool that I ordered worked great, but I didn't do it exactly perfect, but it's totally fine. It ended up working out, but you're going to see a little bit later where I made kind of a sizable mistake. I'm still thinking on how I'm going to correct it or if I'm going to correct it, because again, nobody's going to see this except for me. But if it continues to bother me, then it is something that I'm going to probably want to try to fix so that it doesn't bother me. And when I was doing my measuring, I decided I was not going to take this all the way down because once the shelves are up, I feel like I would just be wasting wallpaper because you can't see that bottom shelf anyways unless I bend down, which I rarely do. And again, this is simply for me to make me happy and make me just smile every time I open my closet door. And I knew enough to give me a little bit of excess just in case. And so now I'm cutting that excess off that I don't need. And the first piece is up. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I just love it so, so much. And you will see in just a second, my second sheet of wallpaper is where I had all of the struggles in here. Oh my goodness. But it gave me a ton of information and will prepare me for next time if I ever decide to do wallpaper again. All right, I'm really struggling. Because it's not like, this is not like an exact pattern that can match up. So I cut this piece is the same as this piece, but when I hang it over here, hopefully I'm not blocking your view, my instinct is I want everything to line up. Like I want, can you see like this to line up? It's not supposed to though. And then if I line this one up, these flowers don't line up, this doesn't line up, then I would have to overlap the paper. Oh my gosh, I'm driving myself nuts with this. And then I just don't know if I like it as much if I just go seam to seam, because then it's like way off. I don't even know if you can see that if I'm blocking. Maybe you can see that. It probably doesn't look bad from back here. I don't know what to do. So then, because I had to cut this sheet in half, I'm like, well, do I just use the other half of the sheet? That way, it's just totally random. And I could, that way my eye doesn't feel like I have to match patterns up, because this is not supposed to be like an extension. This is not supposed to be an extension. It's just the way the pattern goes. So if I put this one up, then it looks, and just line it up seam by seam, I mean, it's gonna look, well, I gotta cut this because I didn't cut that straight. It's just, I mean, it's not gonna look like any pattern at all. Ugh. I mean, you're welcome to give me your opinion, but I'll have already finished it by the time I post this. So, anyways, I'm just sharing my struggles with you. They're real right now. I'm wasting too much time on this. I know, any of y'all that have done wallpaper before are screaming at the phone. I totally figured it out. For whatever reason, I was thinking I had to go seam by seam, but what I actually had to do to make sure the pattern continued, because of course it is a pattern, even though I said in the video that it wasn't, I really should have taken a break because I was getting tired and I was like, no, I just want to finish this. I just have one sheet left. And right here, I'm doing the tedious work and the camera is, I'm sorry, you can't even see what I'm doing, but I'm lining it up and I figured it out. So I had to overlap the paper to make sure the pattern did continue and did match, which is great information and knowledge for me to have for future videos. And I personally found it easier to start from the bottom to do that because I had a little excess paper on the top. So that was easy for me to cut off. Not for future videos, for future projects. And I contemplated just taking the whole segment out of me talking about my struggles because I finally figured it out. But this is real life when you're redoing any room. And so I just decided to leave that in. Again, I know it totally didn't make any sense, but I was tired and I was like, there's no pattern here. I'm supposed to line this up seam by seam. The paper is not supposed to overlap. This is why I always tell you in every video that I do things in chunks of time, because I get overwhelmed, I get tired, and then I'm not thinking straight. I watched my grandmother hang wallpaper from the time I was a little kid. She always had wallpaper. So I have a very small amount of knowledge with hanging wallpaper. I never helped her. I just watched her. So finally I figured out that they should match. The problem is I did not give myself enough access to overlap the paper. And that's where I made my mistake. You made me a smoothie?
It's your pineapple, raspberry, strawberry.
Thanks, Dunn. That was so sweet.
I asked Dad where you were. He was like, she's been up there for a good hour trying to put wallpaper on. And then that has been done for like an hour. I just put it in the fridge.
You did? Oh, thank you, Dunn. Wasn't that so sweet of my Donna Jean? And you heard the comment that my husband made. She's been up there for a good hour. That second piece of paper took me forever. So I know that you should give yourself access. And I thought I gave myself enough, but I was not thinking that I was going to have to overlap the paper. So it didn't come out to the edge of the wall quite as far as I would have liked it to. But there you go, another lesson I learned to make sure if I think I should give myself 2 inches of excess on the side, maybe give myself 4, just to be sure. But now I know that the paper overlapping is exactly what I should have done. Then, you know, I won't make that mistake again. Well, I say I won't make that mistake again. I think I won't make that mistake again. However, I did a pretty fantastic job of lining the patterns up on the inside. So I was dang proud of myself for that. Look at how beautiful. Oh my gosh, it looks so pretty. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm just going to finish putting everything back in here. And then we are going to take a quick look at what the closet looked like before. Nice and organized. Everything is accessible. I know exactly where everything is. But when I opened my closet, it didn't make me happy. It didn't make me sad. It didn't make me anything. And I wanted to spruce it up. Well, that was an adventure. And I knew it would be a good learning experience for me. And I learned a ton. It's great to watch videos and see how to do things. And it's great to get advice from other people on how to do things. You can definitely pick up tons of tips that way. But the best way you learn is by making the dang mistakes. I made several. But I do love it. The one mistake I made is probably going to bother me till the end of time. But it is what it is. I freaking love it. My instinct was right to not go down further because you don't see that bottom shelf anyways. You got to bend down. Look at, oh my gosh. It just looks so pretty. It looks so pretty now. Here was my biggest mistake. I should have started over here. Because I was not even thinking of the lining the pattern up, which I did a fairly decent job of finally, but it's not perfect. And so because I had to overlap the paper, I didn't give myself enough excess. And so you can see the white line. So I wish it was over just a little bit, but I love it. It adds so much brightness and color. I love color. Every time I open my closet now, it is going to make me smile. It's going to make me happy. I learned a ton. And if I ever decide to do peel and stick wallpaper or even real wallpaper, I'm sure I'll learn more then. But it's up. It took me forever. It's done. And I freaking love it. And it makes me happy. All right, let's get to the rest of the bathroom. I still have the piece that I cut. And I'm thinking of cutting a small line to just fill in that little bit of a gap. I just haven't decided if I'm going to take everything back out of the closet again. So I'm putting in, I got some picture frames from Joann Fabric. Me and the girls went in there one day and they had all of their frames on clearance for 50% off. So I went ahead and grabbed some. I ordered a couple of prints from Etsy that were super cheap and I couldn't find anything else that I liked. So you know what I'm going to do? Because I love this wallpaper so much, I'm going to frame a couple of pieces and put these up as pictures in my bathroom. And the more I think about the bathroom or the bathroom closet wallpaper, I shouldn't have started on the right side because we always start left to right. I mean, I think that's just natural. I just didn't give myself enough access. Anyways, I'm just continuing to go through in my mind the mistake I made and how I will ensure that I don't make that mistake again if I ever decided to do more wallpaper. And I think I was initially thinking if I would have started on the right and I would have made that same mistake, I just wouldn't have seen that little gap on the left side because you don't see the left side of the closet cabinet as much. So this frame right here broke, so now I know why it was on clearance, and it gave me an issue when I hung it up. OMG. I try my darndest to not put holes in the walls, especially since I've had my whole house, all except for one room now, freshly painted. I try not to put holes in the wall unless I absolutely have to. And so I decided to use command strips for these pictures, which have worked so well in my house, and I'm getting so good at using the command strips. That little frame that broke, I had a defective command strip or I did it wrong, which is entirely possible. An hour after I finished putting these pictures up, we heard a big crash. The dang thing fell down and broke glass all over the dang bathroom. Now I got to try to go out and see if I can find replacement glass for it. I'm like, oh my gosh. So the whole bathroom decorating, there was just a lot of different things that I wanted to do that I couldn't do because of different mistakes happening, which I'll go through with you in a second. So I'm going to get the command strips on these, and I've already kind of lined out my walls so that I know where to put these. I'm getting so much more comfortable with hanging pictures now because, again, like I never hung a picture until this year. Can you freaking believe that? So I got my little level out. I'm making sure it's level. I've got the painter's tape up on the wall so I know where I want everything. And I'm just going to get these pictures hung up, and I love them. Again, just something else to bring some color and some brightness into my bathroom and make me so happy. And I also got some shelves. I'm so excited about it that I'm going to decorate in here. And I had my husband help me because I do not know how to use the cordless drill yet, which I just need to learn how to do it. I know it's not that difficult. For whatever reason, it just intimidates me. And he likes doing things too. So I just always ask for his help on those things. Somehow we drilled one of the brackets in wrong. I still cannot figure out how we did it because we lined the shelf up before drilling and then the shelf wouldn't fit. So guess what I learned? I had no idea. We have, I think my husband called it a skill saw. We have a dang saw. I did not even know we had that. Apparently his dad had given him a bunch of tools a while back, and I didn't even know we had a saw, but we do. So here's the hubs, drilling the holes for my shelves. Funny thing, I asked him as we're drilling, or as he's drilling into the wall, I said, I wonder, how do we know if there are electrical wires behind the wall that we're drilling into? Well, I ordered myself a stud finder a little while ago to kind of have some tools that I might need on hand. And the stud finder that I ordered has something on it that shows you if there are wires in the wall. And that came in very handy for this bathroom makeover project. I didn't even know when I ordered the stunt finder that it also had that feature, so I'm so happy that I have it. Oh, look at that. Looks pretty. So that one worked totally fine. The one above it was the one we had issues with. Aren't they beautiful?
Oh, that looks better that way.
Yeah, I thought so. But you signed it the other way. That's okay. Hi, you and your sister so obsessed with the plants.
Look how cute they are.
Yes, these are pretty cute. Which one do you like better? These ones? Or... oh, heavens.
Are these the same thing, just different leaves?
Yes. This one is... I don't think this is the color that I thought it was going to be. What do I do with the scissors? Waving at the camera, are you?
Yes. Oh. I think they would like all look good together.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to put that many out there, but...
For your bathroom, I think these ones would look better,
That's a
but
white
I
pants.
like
Okay,
those
watch out.
ones better.
Let's see. That's very cute.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at what I brought up. I don't know if this is going to look good, but...
Yes, Mama.
we never use these, and they're so pretty. So I thought maybe this would be a perfect place to display them.
Yes, I like that.
You like it?
I think that looks very cool.
I have a pink one. I have these colors.
Is this the new one? What about this right here? Or no?
No. Or I have that one. Careful.
I think those look
Give me that. Those ones, please. Let's try. This color.
Oh, I like that one.
Does that one look better? Is this one too busy of a pattern?
Yeah, I think I like that one better, but I do really like that.
Yeah, I like it too. You like that
I like
one
them
better?
all. Yeah.
I know. And then I've got the pink one downstairs too, which the pink one would look good in here too, but okay. Well, I'm gonna set for it for a day and see, or set with it for a day and see what I think. My husband said, teacups in the bathroom. I know it's not traditional, but I've got these beautiful teacups that are family heirlooms, basically, that we're never going to use for tea. So I'm going to display them up here. So we had to cut my husband pulled out the saw, cut the second shelf since he screwed in the brackets wrong. And you can't really tell. But here was the other issue we had over here. I bought this beautiful shelf system. It had 2 shelves on it and then a towel bar to hang a towel bar over here. And I held it up on the wall where we wanted it. And my husband put 4 little marks in the wall so he would know where to drill. And that's when we said, maybe this might have electrical wires because the outlets are over here and the light switches are over here. And so I Googled how to find out if you have electrical wires, and that's where I found some stud finders have it. So I hadn't even opened the stud finder that I had purchased. So I opened it, and lo and behold, it had the wire detector. And so I put it up on this wall, and that baby was beeping like crazy because there are all kinds of wires in this wall. So we are not going to hang the shelf that I bought up here because we don't want to drill into this wall and hit a wire. So I'm going to hang this picture here instead. And I hung it so that it would cover 2 of the little holes he made in the wall, but now the wall still has 2 other little teeny holes that I will eventually have to fix since we are not putting that shelf up that I originally had wanted to put up here. But honestly, I think it ended up working out better. I don't keep a lot of stuff on my bathroom counter anyways, so having the towel there is not a big deal. And the shelf system I ordered, it was a little bit big, so it might have just not looked good with the stuff that I did over on the other wall. It might have just been too much in this bathroom. But I do want to take this time to thank you so much for spending this time with me and making over my bathroom with me. I would love to hear any projects that you are currently working on in your house. I always get so excited for you guys when you tell me about the projects you are working on. And here was where the crash happened last night. And the strip didn't even stick, like it didn't stick to the picture because both ends were still up here on the wall. But even with that little mishap, I love these command strips because they don't ruin your wall and they're easy to pull down. So I'm going to attempt it once again. And when I woke up this morning, right before I opened my eyes, I always say, thank you, God, for another day. And I opened my eyes and this right here, this wall of beauty and pictures and color and happiness is what I got to see first thing in the morning. I don't think I could wake up on the wrong side of the bed anymore ever, although I rarely do anyways. But that view, I'm going to see that every morning when I wake up, and it's just going to make me so happy. So this is going to be the last thing, and then I'm going to give you the reveal. But before I do give you the reveal, I thought it would be fun to look at a couple of pictures I took back from November. This was what my bathroom looked like with the wallpaper up. And I didn't have any decorations up at all, but the wallpaper was up. So it's so much brighter now and just so much more peaceful, at least to me. Although I do love wallpaper, this just did not do it for me. And now let's take a look at the finished product. So this is directly when you walk into the bathroom. Oh, I just love it so much. It brings so much brightness and color. And I don't feel like, of course, I love the paint color I picked out, which is called Italian Ice. But it just feels better when you have a little bit of decorations and put your touch on it. And I absolutely love that Donna Jean painted this picture, and I was like, can I have that? I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it as soon as I saw that picture she painted. She just painted it like a week ago. And I got my teacups up in the bathroom. But I love them. I think they look pretty. I think they go just fine. And I'm going to display them. And then, like I said over here, I had a different plan, but this ended up being what we ended up doing. And I'll just keep the towel on the counter like I have been doing. Not a big deal at all. We're not drilling any holes into this wall. I'm not risking it. And you can see the little teeny marks that my husband had made right before we decided we better check for wires. So you can't even notice them unless you're close up. So I will definitely go ahead and fix that at some point. And of course, my favorite part, my labor of love that took so long because I was figuring out how to hang a wallpaper, my bathroom closet with the beautiful wallpaper up. Oh, I just love it so much. Thank you again so much for spending today with me, or whatever day it is that you're watching this. I appreciate you. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Oh, I just love this wall so much. I'm not sure what I'm bringing you next week yet. Let me know down in the comments. Would you like to see a declutter next week? Would you like to see another room makeover? I have so many rooms to decorate and put my touches on. Would you like to see some cleaning? Oh my gosh, I really do need to get some cleaning done. And I just love my picture. Start each day with a grateful heart. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'm going to see you again next week. Bye.